Salutations, everyone! Welcome to a Monster Hunter Wilds prediction video. So, I'm going to be predicting the chances of monsters from the second gen reappearing in Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, the thing is, we only know of one specific environment, which is the Windward Plains, and that's basically it. Of course, they are going to be adding more locales, but what type of locales, we don't really know. We don't really know. It's safe to assume they will have the checkbox locales. When I mean checkbox, I mean locales that are very much basic. Like you have your desert area, which is the Windward Plains. You also have your forest area. You could also have your snowy environment, your swamp. Those are like checklists. And sometimes they have unique environments like the Coral Highlands that don't fit any of those checklists. It's its own thing, and that's pretty cool. I don't know if they'll have exactly 5 locales to hunt. Obviously, there will be like an extra area to fight against the endgame story monster, but obviously, I'm not talking about that specific environment. I'm talking about the other locales. We don't really know, but we just have to assume. Anyways, I'm sorry about my voice if it keeps changing pitch. Let's start off with this list. So, okay, first things first. Let's start off with the. Let's start off with some simple stuff. Let's start off with Kongalala. Now, some of you who've never fought this monster before may be wondering, why is this cute monster even in the game? Well, it's a vicious monster because it farts on you and throws feces on you. And farts a lot. Trust me, this is a very funny monster. A serious but funny monster. Now, it's been such a long time since we've seen Kongalala in this game, or just the pack of Kongal, but all I can say is that there is a high chance of this monster making a return. I want this monster to return, but I would say that since the monster does have a pack, I'm sure they might bring him in. But then again, so far we have not really seen the dynamic in Wilds so far, which shows the large monster and then you have a small monster pack. That type of dynamic we're so used to in previous games. They haven't shown any monster like that yet. The Doshiguma, however you pronounce it, all of them are large monsters. It's a pack of large monsters. I'm looking for a pack where you have a large monster and the rest of the other monsters are small monsters. So far, um, I have not seen it in Wilds, unless that raptor is one of them. But I kind of doubt that because then they would have had a leader, like an alpha. And sometimes you'll have small monsters without no alpha. So yeah. Um, okay, so I'm gonna say 50% chance. 50% chance. You know what? 25% chance. It just makes more sense. As much as I want to, I still think it can appear in the game, judging by the fact that they already have a fanged beast. That's pretty wild. And the thing is that when you watch the Doshiguma fight, you can see some kind of little arguing going on, and you're gonna get some team attacks. I'm assuming they might bring him in. I want him in like 100%, but I know for a fact it'll be a 25% chance, which is pretty high on the list if you think about it. Then we have this guy. Who can forget about this guy? Who can't forget about this guy? Rajang. 75% chance. I'm not really a huge fan of him now because everyone's a huge fan of him. So, yeah. But judging by the fact that he's become a normal monster now, where you find him in the previous games, of course he's going to make a reappearance. I would not want him to, but he is going to. I know it. They'll just throw him in. It would be nice if he doesn't catch any chance of coming in. But I would like another ape-like monster like Rajang. I would like something like that. That would be amazing. Something that acts like him, but not him. That would be really interesting. Um, Shen Goren. Am I pronouncing it right? Am I even saying the name right? Absolutely extremely low chance. Because This is a monster. It's not an elder dragon. It's a carapaceon, but it has an elder dragon bone for a shell, which is awesome. And you do fight this monster where you fight Lao Shanlong, however you pronounce it. Sorry, you do get to fight him in this area, but the thing is, it's such a large carapaceon, and there's not much he actually does besides walking. It would be cool to have him walking along, just doing his own thing, but I don't know if they'll do that. Next we have Next we have this guy. I forgot his name. Shianata, Shogun Shianata. We've had him in Rise at Sunbreak, which is awesome, but I don't know if they'll bring him back. I feel like it would be perfect to bring him back, or at least have like another crab. I would love if we have more crabs other than Shianata and the Ermitars, but I'm gonna say it's a low chance. There is a chance of him coming, but it's low. Chameleos, I would say a 25% chance they could bring him back. Uh, they brought him back in Rise, but I don't think they would want to bring him back. I feel like it's a 25% chance of him coming. Kushala Daora, 75% chance. I have a feeling they might change this up around. You know, the regular roster for the returning Elder Dragons, they might change it up a bit, just a bit. Um, Rusted Kushala, definitely extremely low. You know what? Low, regular low, because I think they might think of something. They might throw this monster in, who knows? But the regular Kushala has much more of a higher chance of making a reappearance. But sometimes they might want to switch things up and work with a different monster because we've seen Kushala for so long. Next, we have Anteka, or Antika, however you pronounce it. I like these guys. They're kind of fun to bully in the old games. In Monster Hunter World, Iceborne, for some reason, they're more timid than usual, which is not nice at all. At all. And in Monster Hunter Rise, if you just hurt them, they'll come after you, and when they hit you, you will be flying. Okay, they send you flying, which is freaking fantastic. Um, that's what I remember. It's been so long since I've hunted them in Rise, or maybe I'm just hallucinating, but I think they could be in the snowy environment, the checkbox snowy environment, whatever they throw at us. They could bring this monster in, and it would be fantastic. But I would also love newer deer-like monsters instead. So I would say a 50% chance. You know, you'll have like a big field of these guys. Imagine that, guys. Imagine like you have a big field of these guys running around. Oh my gosh, that will really hurt. Then you also have Lunastra. Lunastra has been in a few games, not as much as Teostra, so I feel like a 25% chance will do it. Blangos. I would love for the Blangos and Blangonga to make a return because, you know, there's so much of emphasis on Urds in this game. And since, as I mentioned before, with the Congalala and the pack of Conga, those monsters, um, they work really well in packs, and they could really rework them to make them have like synced attacks at times. But the thing is that I'm not sure if they'll bring them in. I'm not sure if they're just going to ignore the small monster pack and large monster leader dynamic, or they will possibly bring that back in. Even if it's new monsters, I would like to see that dynamic make a return. You know, it's cool that large monsters can form their own groups, but it would be more awesome if you also had like um, more small monsters and their leaders is a large monster. That's something we're so used to. So if they're gonna bring that dynamic back, obviously I would like to see a new monster have that dynamic, but I would also like to see returning monsters like Kongalala and Blangonga make a return with their packs. So I have a feeling they could make a reappearance, but then again, it's so low. You know, I want them to, but I'm just going to put them in extremely low for some reason. Teostra, 75% chance. They might shake things up in this game. This is the regular. What is this? Can't even see what is this. Can I even check the image? No. Uh, Shianata, Cianata, however you pronounce it. Yeah, pretty low chance. You can lose. Ooh, this monster is a monster people like. I feel like hunting this monster would be really cool, but 25% chance. My gut tells me 25% chance. White Fatalis. We've had regular Fatalis, and I think I put him in like 25%, but I have a feeling this monster, they might bring this monster in for some reason. Maybe the end game. I don't know. I'm gonna say 25% chance for the base game. Pack of Conga with Congalala. Queen Vespoid. Oh my gosh. If they could bring this monster back, they could rework her so well. But the thing about her is, she doesn't really need to fight as much because, um, um, what you call it, Vespoids, servants will do all the job. So, low chance. My gut tells me a low chance. Next, we have Gaia Prey. And Gaia Preys are kind of cool. I would love if they make a reappearance, so 25% chance. My gut tells me 25% chance. Regular Ian Garuga. Nah, I don't think we're getting him in this game. Velocidrome will go, not Velocidrome, Gaiadrome. Gaiadrome will go with the Gaia Prey. Furious Rajang, I feel like if they even bring Rajang in, Furious Rajang is going to be quite low, extremely low. Then we have Hypnocotris, which, if you guys don't know, was a monster from Frontier. They imported that monster into Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, and this monster hacks a lot like Ian Kutgo. I would love to see this monster make a reappearance, but I have a feeling it's gonna be such a low chance of him making a reappearance. Levisiot, I don't know if we will have Piscean Wyverns in this game. I would love to have Piscean Wyverns, but yeah, it's an extremely low chance they'll bring back Levisiot. They might throw in a Leviathan, one of those third generation Leviathans. I forgot his name, the Lava Leviathan. They might bring him back, or they might just give us something new. Guys, I want to see more, not Leviathans, more Piscean Wyverns and Carapaceons, like brand new monsters. If they don't give us returning ones, give us brand new versions, you know? Nagakuga. I would love if Nagakuga makes no entrance in this game because we've seen Nagakuga thrown already in Rise, and we had like another version of it um, in Sunbreak and also in Iceborne. So I feel like we should give Nagakuga a break, but I think they might not bring him in this time because maybe they have other pseudo wyverns. Okay, I think that's what they call pseudo wyverns, pseudo flying wyverns. I don't know. I'm mixing up the terms possibly. So moving on, we have, is this plump daimyo Ermitar, just like regular Ermitar, which I haven't even gotten at yet, extremely low. And Terra Shogun Shianata, extremely low. Thunderbugs. I don't, well, great thunderbugs. I've heard we have like certain endemic life or certain insects coming out in in that storm in Monster Hunter Wilds, like certain thunderbugs, but I'm not sure if it's the great thunderbug. I would love if this monster makes a reappearance. Um, I don't think so. I think they just possibly left this monster behind. Sorry. Um, what is this monster? Ermitar? No, still a low chance of these crabs coming back. I read of a leak that mentioned something about Daimyo making a reappearance in Wilds. That would be freaking epic. But then again, how many returning monsters are we getting? It would be cool if they also bring back some returning monsters and they turn some of them into like herd monsters. For example, a pack of what monster works well in herds? A pack of I don't know. Let me look at this list. You can say a pack of Rajang. Imagine that, like 10 of them, and one of them is the alpha. Popo. I think we could get to see a Popo family, like a really stretched family of the Popo. But I would love to see it. But then again, they might give us new herbivores, which I would accept as well. So low chance we getting this monster. Remobra, kind of low. We already have windrakes. I'm sure you'll be getting multiple types of windrakes per each environment. We already have windrakes in the Winland Plains. If you guys look carefully, those are windrakes. So yeah, and with windrakes you can hook on them and they can take you pretty far, different places, which is cool. Shakalaka. Absolutely not. Even with the King Shakalaka. No, I think we might be getting new tribes of felines, something akin to Monster Hunter World, where they had like different types of felines and stuff like that, you know? Blang Blangonga, no. Sorry. I would love for him to make a reappearance. Bulldrome. I think for some reason Bulldrome would have a chance. You could say even a 25% chance. I would love him to come back, but then again, that's just my bias talking, so I'm gonna be putting you low chance. I can't remember where I put Bullfangos. Maybe it was extremely low. Then we have Yamatsukami. I would love for this monster to make a reappearance, and something tells me it is going to make a reappearance. I'm assuming they might just bring him back. Imagine hunting him. It has to be like a small location. I would say 25% chance. You know what? Let's just wing it. The subspecies of Congalala, Emerald Congalala, pretty low. What is this monster's name? I forgot. Acanto, I think, or Agnacto. I can't remember. I'm mixing those monsters' names up. But this also has a pretty low chance of coming. But you know what? I'll put it next to Yukanlos because technically they are cousins. Yukanlos is the cousin of whatever this monster is, a Cantor, whatever. Sorry, I don't remember the full name. Next we have Tigrex. I would love if this monster takes a backstage seat, but I have a feeling they might throw him in for some reason, so a 50% chance. It's my favorite monster, but I don't want him to make a reappearance because they've thrown him in so many Monster Hunter games. Copper Blangonga really low. So nothing has gotten past the 75% mark. So, alright. Thank you guys so much for watching this amazing video. Tell me your thoughts. Bye.